Why is this even having to be verified? Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer.
Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only, and just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged.
It looks like we have a new document in the Idaho 4 case. Let's just jump right into it. So today, October the 2nd, there was a new document filed in the Idaho 4 case, and it is entitled Order Regarding Representation Status and Setting Hearing. By this order, the court directs that current defense counsel Ann Taylor, Elisa Massoth, and Jay Logsden shall remain as counsel of record for defendant unless they are relieved by a subsequent order of this court. An ex parte sealed/closed hearing will be held on Tuesday, October 8th, 2024, which is next week at 1 p.m. in the Ada County Courthouse. Counsel may appear either in person or via WebEx or Zoom meeting. At the hearing, the court will consider defendant's representation status and the obligation of the state public defender to pay for the cost of representation. The state public defender, Eric Fredrickson, must appear at the hearing as well. Now, a few months ago, we talked about this whole state of the public defender office situation because Ann Taylor was actually at a hearing where a lot of these changes were being talked about. So it got brought up because a lot of people were questioning what was really happening. And it turned out it was really no big deal. Everybody that was a public defender in Idaho was going to be undergoing these exact same transitions and moves to this state of the public defender office. So just for a little bit of a refresher, we're going to go through this short article real quick. This one was posted on Wednesday, September 20th of 2023, so just a little over a year ago, and it states the following. The new state of public defender position is the result of property tax relief legislation Governor Little signed in 2022. House Bill 735A in 2022 provided immediate and ongoing property tax relief to all Idahoans by reducing county property taxes by the annual amount counties spent on public defense and transferring the ongoing cost of providing indigent public defense to the state. To carry out the transition, Governor Little signed House Bill 236 this year, which created the new state office, which will be responsible for public defense services. As SPD, or State of the Public Defender, Fredrickson will work with county officials and public defenders statewide to carry out the transition. The new office begins providing indigent defenses services on October 1st of 2024. This is what they were talking about in court last week. This is just, like I thought, this is just part of this transition that has already been taking place. Fredrickson's immediate responsibilities will include establishing statewide public defense standards and policies, hiring transition staff, procuring a statewide case management system, onboarding employed and contract public defenders, and facilitating the appointment of district leadership in each of Idaho's 7 judicial districts. This appointment is effective September 25th of 2023. So at this point, this guy has had a little over a year to get all of those preceding things in place so that this transition can take place without there being any issues. Now, this was brought up, and I mentioned in my video breaking down what happened at the hearing that I felt like Ann Taylor was trying to bring this up as some sort of like, oh, woe is me, poor me, I don't know what's happening situation, because she was like, oh, we're not under contract, I don't know how we're going to get funding, what are we supposed to do? And it had nothing to do with them. It had everything to do with a transition that the entire state is undergoing, not just Bryan Kohberger's defense team. So I just kind of felt like it was a little ridiculous for her to try to bring it up as an argument for anything. That's just my opinion. Now, what's interesting is that this is an order stating that Ann and Eliza and Jay are going to remain counsel over Bryan Kohberger, but then we also know that next week that discussion is going to be held. So I don't think that Ann can be removed from the case because she is the DP qualified lead attorney, and she also has been handed another DP case. I don't really see the other two being taken off the case either, but I don't really understand why they're having to talk about the representation to begin with. I really just figured they were going to be going through the transition processing and talking about how the funding was going to be happening, which is part of this meeting, but so is talk of the representation on the case. Okay, I'll admit that part is kind of bugging me. I'm not going to let my brain go anywhere crazy, and we're just going to see what happens. I don't feel like there's going to be any changes, but the wording in the document is definitely interesting. But let's just try to sit tight and see what actually ends up happening after the hearing. I know it's sealed or whatever, but if there are changes, the public will have to be made aware of those. There will be filings for those changes to take place. So let's just wait and see what happens. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. And if you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you were not subscribed already. And don't forget to make sure that your notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.